If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider, because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward.
Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 30th of July, and on today's podcast, we have a very big episode for you today. We all know that Herman Cain passed away from CV. Sounds a little suspicious. Also, could the election be delayed? Is this 5D chess? We all know the president is a stable genius. We'll be going over memes and so much more here on True Reporting. Remember, guys, it's always an honor for me to be on the front lines with you each and every day, because in the end, where we go one, we go all. Hey guys, I wanted to tell you about my sponsor, Noble Gold, and how much they help out this channel, and they can also help out you. You know, we all need a little cheering up at the moment. We are all practicing positivity, which is great. Well, what if your financial worries right now could go away? What if you could get your money away from risky stocks and into your own retirement account? Gold is up over 16% so far this year, and the Dow is down around 10%. Very interesting. What they are offering is a rare America the Beautiful silver coin. With any qualified IRA, you will receive one of these coins for free. You can't beat that. This is a limited edition silver coin. This is one of the most beautiful coins ever made in and for America, and you can get it for free. This would be a great thing to have and maybe gift to somebody, correct? Make sure you tell that True Reporting sent you so you can qualify for this free silver coin offer. This offer is only for July, so make sure you can call right away and don't let this slip through your fingers. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com or call them today at 877-646-5347 and get the ball rolling in July. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoy the podcast and have a beautiful day. All right, guys, it's good to have you aboard. Before we get into today's show, would you please go ahead and subscribe to my backup channel, True Reporting 2.0. I cannot reiterate this enough. This channel is under heavy suppression and censorship. Also, guys, would you please go ahead and click the notification bell so when I go live or post a podcast on this channel, you'll get the alert and you'll be the first to know. And finally, friends, would you please go ahead and click that like button. The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth. And with that being said, guys, would you please, let's go ahead and get into it. This is True Reporting. All right, as we can see here, Herman Cain sadly dies. He was one of Trump's boys. It says here he died at 74 from CV complications. Guys, this sounds extremely suspicious. It seems as though they just want to keep pushing the race card over and over and over again. They want to divide us. Obviously, we have John Lewis's state funeral today. We have Herman Cain dying. We were talking about yesterday on the live stream how they're going to have a George Floyd hologram over every Southern monument, Confederate monument. That's all they want to do is stoke the fire. And sadly, Herman Cain did die at 74. We've also heard that people have been dying from CV in motorcycle accidents, suicides, so on and so forth. Anything that happens, you get labeled with this. It's very off-putting. Herman Cain, sadly, a former Republican presidential candidate, died at 74 from CV complications. A spokesperson confirmed on Thursday. Herman Cain, our boss, our friend, like a father to so many of us, has passed away. Cain's website editor, Dan Calabrese, said in a post, "We knew when he was first hospitalized with CV that this was going to be a rough fight," Calabrese said. He had trouble breathing and was taken to the hospital by an ambulance. We all prayed that the initial meds they gave him would get his breath back to normal. But it became clear pretty quickly that he was in for a battle. Would have been nice if he would have had HCQ, right, guys? I wonder what that would have done. And we're seeing Ohio governors actually bringing back into the foreground HCQ, which is amazing. They're saying, listen, we're not delaying this anymore. We're gonna get it in, and we're gonna help people out. And that's amazing. The president does have power over this. I believe he's already said that therapeutics are the way to go. This is what he is for. And it's your own free will to take the V word. We all know what we're talking about here, the shot in the arm, right? It is your free will to do that. I believe they're going to release both, and it is up to you which one you will choose, therapeutics or the V word. So, unfortunately, I do not know if they gave Herman Cain HCQ, but I can guarantee you it could have helped him dramatically. Moving forward, I want to show you this, guys. We're going to get into some memes as well simultaneously with these articles. We all know that CNN, the Mockingbird media, always makes claims about our favorite anon. And it always starts with the same thing, with a pizzeria, with sex trafficking. And Hillary Clinton has been passed around conspiracy theorists in the U.S. for years. I wonder why that is. You think that's just coincidental? No. This woman is a very, very bad person. There's so much evidence on this as well, and I believe that will come out in the long run. It says here, now the pandemic is helping it gain a foothold in Europe. A pandemic is what they are calling it. Remember, we are the threat. They are treating us as a threat because we are exposing the truth. That's all that we are here for. We're not here to become a cult or anything like that. We're here to expose the truth. We are here to break free of the matrix. That is all that we are doing, and it is working, my friends. We are the threat, and it is global at this point. We are the news now. We are in the mainstream media, which is fantastic. Although it is a blessing and a curse, because channels like this, though we are in the crosshairs of censorship, we must continue to say non-key words to keep us from getting kicked off these platforms. In the end, all we have to do is get to the other side of this election, and I feel that we will be all right. All we have to do is lay low until the election takes place. Then we will see Section 30 take into effect, and also these channels will explode like you've never seen before. All we have to do is stand hand in hand and get to the finish line together. I wanted to bring in some memes to talk about this, how we had a very interesting tweet from the president today right after this article dropped, speaking and besmirching the movement, and we're going to get into that right now. All right, guys, so coming at us from Elinokel, from Enoch, please follow him on Twitter. He asks, what is pizza? What happened on Little St. James Island? What is going on in New York? Release the flight logs unredacted. And this is in response to this Donald Trump tweet right after I just showed you that CNN article. He says, support Patio Pizza and its wonderful owner, Guy Caliguri, in St. James, Long Island. Great pizza. Guys, this is absolute code. If you are not seeing what I'm talking about, we all know what pizza is. All you have to do is look up the FBI code words. Cheese pizza, right? What happened on Little St. James Island? Who owned Little St. James Island? Who flew to Little St. James Island? If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this right here. Where do the roads lead? Remember the tunnels. Table 29, Room H, Room R, Room C. Pure evil. HRC, is this a conspiracy? Absolutely not. This is reality, and it is coming to the forefront in our faces and waking a lot of normies up. Everything that's happened with Miss Maxwell, with Keith Rainier, with John of God, so on and so forth, Mr. Jeffrey. Remember, guys, all of this has wakened so many people up. Little St. James, U.S. Virgin Islands, going back to this is where it all took place, where the temple is. Support Patio Pizza and its wonderful owner, Guy Caliguri, in St. James, Long Island. Remember, this is in direct response, in my opinion, and to many other anons out there, this is in a direct response to that CNN article to continue to show us that, listen, the president is talking directly to us. He has been since 2016. It is an amazing time we are living in, where we have the President of the United States, we have the Alliance speaking directly to us on these boards. It's a beautiful thing to witness. So the correlation is yes, I believe that he is going up against that article telling us, listen, we're on the right path and things will be exposed. A beautiful thing in the end. And also, guys, I wanted to show you this. Some Anons out there have been digging and have made some incredible findings. We could see here 17 links to Pope's tweet on human trafficking, July 30th, 1 year Delta, right? July 30th, Godfather 3. Remember, Herman Cain owned the pizza parlor Godfather's Pizza. Support Patio Pizza and his wonderful owner, Guy Caligari, in St. James, Long Island, New York. Great pizza. Let us pray from Pope Francis, July 30th, 1 year Delta. Let us pray that the Lord will free the victims of, you guessed it, human trafficking, and help us to respond actively to the cry for help of so many of our brothers and sisters who are deprived of their dignity and freedom in human trafficking. I do believe that today is Human Trafficking Day, which is incredibly sad. The Pope knows what he's talking about. He's obviously projecting. He's trying to get on the good side of everybody, but we all know, we've heard about it for years, for decades, how corrupt the Vatican is, what they've done to children. It's a sick situation, and this Anon has put together everything. It actually goes further into detail. As we can see here, we are taking back control from the 26th, July 30th as well. This is a 2 year Delta, 26th to 26th right here. We are taking back control. MSN conflating you-know-who with you-know-what in an attempt to debunk. Remember, this all dropped today. That article is from 9 hours ago, and then the president responded to it. Feel proud, autists, Anons, and patriots. You did this. You are taking back control. You have the power. Stay the course. All of this is in correlation with itself. Remember, deltas do matter. Dates and numbers do matter. This isn't conspiracy anymore. We've gotten to the point where all of this is eye-opening, and we know it to be truth. And big shout out to Julian's Rum for posting this on Twitter. This is an amazing breakdown. Nevertheless, it will all come out in the end. And speaking of things coming out in the end, if you can imagine this, if you have an Alexa in your house, I do sadly, but we're all monitored either way. There's no getting around it. The best thing to do is just embrace it and take control of it. Take our control back. Coming at us from @Mr. Botus, you know him very well, IET. Siri and Google calling police officers demons. Dr. Stella talking about demon seeds, and I guess it's pronounced subobi and incubi. Remember, we have seen many of these abominations that of the Podesta art, where they're making human animal hybrids, and you can see demons on the beds talking to children. These are all sculptures, but where do they get these ideas from? You all know that they are doing experiments on us. We are plebs to them. We are less than dirt to them, and they use our energy. Always know, guys, that we are dealing with demonic entities. These people are no longer, in my personal opinion, they're no longer humans. They have given up their souls in return for wealth, power, sex, you name it. And they are no longer a person at this point. So again, are we being mixed with demon seeds and incubi? I guarantee you we are, and it all comes from these V words, and you know what I'm talking about. Also, Kanye making some serious accusations on Twitter regarding the Kim Kardashian family. Remember, guys, they said in their own words that they were part of the Wiccan. That all these people, they practice evil, and that's how they get to the status that they achieve. They don't earn it. It is given to them by evil. And in return, they are given their souls. All in the last 2 weeks. Never heard out loud before. We're about to find some stuff out, aren't we? And we can see Pepe right here holding the cross. And this is what he's referring to at Siri. Siri, hey, what's a demon? You can do this on your phone. You can do this on your Alexa, whatever you want. It says here, a noun, an evil spirit or devil, especially one thought to possess a person or act as a tormentor in hell. And here is a synonym for that, a noun, informal, a police officer. My friends, we all know that we saw the hearings and the testimonies of the big tech giants and how they think that they're for American families. It could be further from the truth. We are up against evil, my friends. This is a spiritual battle. And again, if we stand hand in hand together, we project out this positivity, we project out this mirth and hopefulness, we will get to the end of this finish line together, and we will take back this world together. And it's going to be a very special time for each and every one of us. The president tweeted it out not long ago that this will be the golden age. Now, guys, hopping back into the news, this is I can't tell if this is 5D chess, if he's trolling. It's one of the two. But we can see President Trump tweeted out today. He says, Fox News politics editor says, Trump floating election delay, a flagrant expression of his current weakness. Now, this is coming from the Washington Examiner, very left-winged. Most of the news, you can search, go on Google, go on Bing, go on any of them, any search engine, anything you type in, it's the first six pundits that come up are all left-wing. This is part of the plan. They must continue the brainwash. They are all complicit in lies. They're all complicit in treason, and they will get theirs in the end. It says here, Fox News politics editor Chris Stirewalt. Stirewalt joined America's newsroom on Thursday morning shortly after the president asked on social media whether the country should suspend the election until people can properly, securely, and safely vote. On the one hand, of course, you take it neither seriously nor literally. It's just flummery. And he's either trying to provoke a reaction or trying to sow doubt about the outcome. Absolutely not. So on one hand, it's whatever. On the other hand, we staged elections during the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln was reelected during the Civil War. We staged elections during the Second World War. We've staged elections during other pandemics. We have done it all, Stirewalt said. Stirewalt said that if Trump were confident in his bid for 4 more years in the White House, he wouldn't be seeking to push it back. Listen, we are at war. We are 96 days away from an election. Anything can happen. Remember, the deep state will deploy all assets. We have got to be prepared, see something, no longer say something. We need to do something. I've heard that Antifa will try to burn down polling booths, polling places, because they don't want this to take place. And remember, they're not doing this organically or grassroots. They are doing this out from getting a paycheck, and they are ordered to. We know who the agitators are. We see a normal protest turn into a street brawl where they're throwing nail bombs into police officers and trying to take their batons away and stomping on cop cars. But this is all paid and bought for, my friends, and you know this. We're to this point where we're all awake to it. The president will send in the Marines if necessary. Again, we are seeing the collapse of Portland, Chicago, New York, many others, because there is no federal help coming from the military. He's exposing the left. As these cities burn, he is showing you that you cannot vote these people into power ever again, because we all know that they are corrupt. There is so much money being moved around, and they want nothing but the worst for every single American. He goes on to say the idea for an incumbent to suggest that we would delay an election now while he is in power is, of course, totally out of character with all of his predecessors. Well, we all know that all of those predecessors were holding hands together, correct? They all had their hand in the honeypot. And it is sort of a fragrant and flagrant expression of his current weakness, he added. Oh my God, this guy is such a piece of garbage. A person who is in a strong position would never suggest anything like that. This is why I believe I'm no longer reading this article, because it's making me nauseous. We all know that the president is a stable genius. We all know that he plays 5D chess, and he actually coaxes them into their own traps. He exposes them for this. He's very, very cunning. It's an interesting thing to watch. We'll see how this pans out in the end. Moving forward, I want to end on this, my friends. We've seen a lot of our fellow people on Twitter. We've seen accounts being deleted and censored. Even they're doing this to the president and DJT Jr. for posting the video of doctors saying HCQ was a cure-all. Remember, we always fight back. 17 has told us, hey, when one patriot falls, we pick them up, we build them back up. It could happen to this channel. It could happen to my Twitter account. So remember, always look for me. If you don't hear from me, look for me. Should build each other up. 17 accounts banned by Twitter have already returned with over 100,000 followers. We are doing it day in and day out. Last week, Twitter announced that after 2 years of almost unchecked growth by the 17 conspiracy theory, it was taking steps to crack down on the activity of believers, including targeted harassment and sharing of 17 websites. The effectiveness of that measure, however, is questionable. Major promoters, supposedly banned, are still rampantly posting. 17, which holds that military intelligence team, is using the message board Aiken to leak clues to their upcoming and forever delayed purge of deep state sex traffickers, has grown explosively on Twitter since late of 2017. Guys, they can never hold us back. We are global. Once we fall, we build ourselves back up. We come together as one. Remember, where we go one, we go all. We sometimes die by that because we are taking back our world. We are taking back our country, and we're doing it hand in hand. Never forget it. My friends, if you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to this channel. If you can find me on Twitter, because I am so very censored, please follow me on Twitter, and don't forget to leave a like. Guys, remember, it is always a pleasure for me to be on the front lines with you. Practice positivity, practice your spiritualism, and always know that we are here for one another, because in the end, where we go one, we go all. Guys, if you found what you just watched informative and you enjoyed it, then please subscribe to the True Reporting family today. There are many ways to support this channel, like our Patreon link, our PayPal link, and our TRUreporting.us official website link in the description box below. Join the True Reporting family today and be a part of history, because where we go one, we go all.